Alrighty, well, here we go, last week of the season. Now, obviously, because it is the last week, the Jaguars are playing at home in their old stadium. Essentially, the last time they're playing is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are going to beat the Seahawks. Now, this does screw up playoffs a little bit, which is kind of annoying. I would have preferred that it didn't, but I'm not going to break the rule for a potential playoff opponent and screw them over. Anyways, before we begin, just wanted to say, because my autism is making me say it. Not really. I'm just autistic details person. Anyways, moving on. We are closing in on our 10,000th video that I've scheduled, or released. I've got about 1,000 videos in various half-finished playthroughs, or just first look videos, or like single videos, that I haven't released. But some of them will be seeing the light of day soon. Others, I want to wait till I finish the playthrough before I release them. And others, I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, and I've got a ton of plans for upcoming playthroughs and everything. But right now, in the near future, it's a question of what my 10,000th video is going to be. I will obviously be building a Upload to Mine 3 playlist, which will probably be anchored by Rogue Trader. Yeah, I have a Rogue Trader playthrough that I'm working on. Ooh, a South Dakota guy. BS, dude, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it FCS? I can't remember which is which. Awkward. Um, but yeah, that's going to be coming up soon. As of right now, there's 4,982 videos in the playlist Upload to Mine 2. But I have 8 Madden videos and 2 or 3 Fortnite videos that I'm still waiting to like be uploaded to YouTube, and then as soon as they're uploaded to YouTube, I'm gonna schedule them. Ooh, it's a rematch against Bjorn Strife. Cool. Glad I cut him loose when I did. 27 to 82 overall, not really what I'm looking for. Sean Kimron, cool name. So yeah. Anyways, let's get that win against Green Bay and see how the rest of the league shapes up. And also, will Riley Elias win his MVP award? I'm gonna start Darren Bush over for Russ Gentry for the playoff push, but I'm gonna keep Riley Elias in there, and I'm gonna keep everybody else playing. And then I want to quickly check something before we begin the actual gameplay. Franchise tag biatch. So yeah, let's go to awards. Yearly awards. Yeah, Dalton McCoy has passed Darren Bush, and Caleb Hope has been passed by Kenyatta Skinner. So Whoops. My bad. Watching a docu-series. While I'm recording this. So yeah, that's top 10 for MVP. Can Dalton McCoy keep the Steelers nipping at his heels away and leap over Riley Elias, or will Riley Elias become the MVP of the league? Only time will tell.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down. Lynn. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go.
Off play action. Lynn. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Lynn. And he's got his man on the out route. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Chicago won 2 games in a row to go 3-13, and they beat Cincy. Oh, I've seen everything. I didn't block that kick. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, that's the craziest story of the season, in my opinion. Chicago goes in 13 to end the year, and they killed the Bengals' playoff hopes to do it. Bengals' playoff hopes were killed by a team that was 2-13 when they played them. That's also a game of playoff implications. You know, the Giants beat the Eagles. They do. They've secured a decent seed. If they don't, things get interesting.
This could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there, and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get this one up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 55 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Lynn. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now the first carry for Bush. Powers through him. And a juke this time. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
All right, here we go. Green.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out.
That was just a series of small mistakes. Caused a big problem. Green Bay able to effectively exploit all those tiny little mistakes.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside it at the time. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Looking to throw on second down. Lynn. Looking sideline, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lynn. And that is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And his kick is good.
Congratulations.
And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds
This doesn't
up to
bode
be
well
an
for the
11-play
playoffs.
drive.
It's
Well,
a
that's lot of
one-score
offense to run
game.
there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Cecil Moon is getting his first playoff appearance with...
He lost the football, and it looks like Steeler football.
That's a good recovery for Wilbur. Getting his first playoff appearance this year with the Steelers And if he had stayed with his old team, hadn't been traded for due to an O-line shortage, wouldn't have been getting this appearance.
And get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They're going to look to throw. And nearly
That should have
picked
been
off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
More interceptions, and he
I think
throws
that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Oh, the spin. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, see what's happening with the Bengals. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's
already has
take a
2
look at the playoff picture of the
TDs.
AFC.
Sheesh. Buddy boy is going cray-cray.
Conclusion for a while now.